One other thing I wanted to mention, just another thought that I forgot to mention in the news. So a lot's been made in the last day or two about Blaze Bayley being added to the Iron Maiden inductees should they get in, which is 100% the right thing to do. And I've been screaming about forever how inconsistent and random and odd that part of the Hall of Fame induction is that nobody talks about. And I made a comment, I think it was on my Twitter last night, because all these rock feeds are reporting now about Blaze being added to the Maiden induction. And it hit me because, and this just screams of the insane inconsistencies and why that part of the Hall of Fame process has to be made uniform. Because think about this one. Tim Owens did not get inducted with Judas Priest. And it is the same exact situation. The same exact situation. Tim Ripper Owens did 2 studio albums and a couple live albums as the replacement for Rob Halford in Judas Priest. Neither record overly well received, if we're being honest. Jugulator and Demolition. Some people like the records, some don't. And in both cases, and if, just like in Maiden's case with Blaze, the records weren't well received, and for whatever reason, whether it's the records or the replacement singer, the live draw fell off dramatically. And ultimately, the guy everybody wanted came back. Halford in the case of Priest, Bruce in 2000 with Maiden. But in retrospect, both singers held the fort, kept the band going during a very difficult time, and depending upon where you land on the records, made good, great, okay, bad records, but made 2 records with the band as the singer. And now, if and when Maiden goes in, rightfully, Blaze is now going to be included as of a few days ago. Priest went in, Ripper was not included. The same exact situation. In one band, that singer was excluded on the sideline, and now for Maiden, that same exact singer with the same body of work is being included. How is that fair? How does that make sense? Right there in black and white shows you yet another example of how many things are wrong with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Even when a band finally goes in, it's messed up. I mean, Priest waited forever. Finally, they get in. They backdoor him, musical achievement, whatever. But then they leave a guy who sang lead vocals on 2 albums out. And now if Maiden goes in, which I think they're going to because of this change, a guy who sang on 2 records, same sort of period in their history, is being included. How is that fair? It's a part of the Hall of Fame nobody talks about, and it's ridiculous. It is so grossly unfair to some of these people. And look, some of it lands on the band members themselves too, because if they campaign for that person, you will see them be added. I guarantee you, my take on the Maiden thing, and again, I am not that guy that is going to go take credit for things. There's maybe things I have done that I don't even know that I don't take credit for, that I have made happen. But I'm going to say this. I am the only person I saw or heard from on both previous maiden inductions and this one that screamed about the Blaze Bayley thing, posting about it, screaming about it on the radio. So I don't care. I think that I have connections to the Hall of Fame, obviously. I got to think I put that bug out there. But I also think the reason why the Blaze thing happened is because they probably told Iron Maiden, you're going in, and knowing Maiden and knowing Steve and knowing Rod said, yeah, well, fix this. There's one guy you left out. Fix it. So they just pop Blaze Bayley on the thing. So this way they save face when they announce that they're in. But I don't think Priest campaigned for Tim, you know? And that's the other thing is like if the artist fights for it and campaigns, it can be changed. You know, Bad Company didn't campaign for Brian Howe. They did kind of the opposite. Bon Jovi campaigned for Hugh McDonald, got him included. But it should not be on the artist. It should not be like that you got a campaign to fix something or to keep someone out. It should be uniform. How must you feel? And look, I know Tim, and I'm sure he doesn't really, at the end of the day, really give a shit. But still, how must you feel if you're Tim Owens and you're like, yeah, I did 2 albums with the band. I didn't get in. Blaze Bayley did 2 albums with his band. He's getting in. What? It's a mess. Just wrong. All right, let me get a break. We will come back.